waiting for your next hosting shifts, right?
7 a.m.
Tomorrow. Ooh, gonna be hard. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. Welcome back, everyone, to Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. This is hopefully going to be a bit less of a train wreck than Riley's run. Where is he? Where is he? Shame on you, Rydog. Shame on you. With me, I have Charisse H.
Okay.
just adding that in there. So yeah, we're going to be playing on easy difficulty. If you remember, at summer 2018, I had to use a save in order to start the game because of the weird timing of how the game works. But on easy, you don't need to do any of that stuff. You still would use a save in runs, but we can like start it as you usually would from a new game. So we're gonna start. The timer doesn't start yet, but there's just a cutscene, so I can explain some stuff in the meantime. So yeah, so this is essentially gonna be like any percent in the game. There are different difficulties, and not only is the goal difficulty different, but the actual requirements that you need to go into each level is different. So in normal, I had to do a lot more. This is just going to be like basically all the goals that you like, you need to do at the absolute bare minimum in order to complete the game. Whereas like normal and stick difficulty, for example, is basically like 100%. So yeah, so character selection doesn't really matter. We just need to set up a couple of things before the timer starts. I don't personally agree with the way the timer starts here. I think it should just start when you hit new game. But, I'm a good boy. I follow the rules. So this is just like a clothing tutorial, and we just need to change our hair. So we'll just get a nice little trim, and then we just hop into.
Take your shirt off.
Yeah, we just need to go shirtless because it's free. And then once we back out, we will start. Alright, so we start off in Hollywood. Basically the lore of this game to start off is you're with your good friend Mindy, who's Charisse is a big fan of. Charisse has the hots for Mindy, apparently. Yes. I think I'm the only person who doesn't. So yeah, we just meet a couple of people, and they teach us how to do a couple of tricks. In this game, you're very limited by what you can do in terms of move sets to start off. So a lot of it is, like kind of locked away until we do certain tutorials. And then another thing is that we need to do sponsor challenges. There's a certain competition later on in the game where you need to do a certain amount of sponsor challenges to access it. But we're going to do a very specific route that allows us to, do sponsor challenges that are out of the way without losing too much time. There's going to be a couple of times where we can't really gain or lose time, like in skate competitions. And we can use that opportunity to go ahead and just improve our stats, which will not only make us able to access certain parts of the game that we need to access for the story, but also in order to just be faster in general. Like, for example, the speed stat in the game just dictates how fast you go, like your maximum speed, when you're in regular stance. Switch stance is basically the opposite. You're like your max speed when you're in switch stance. And a couple of other things, like ollie is like how high you jump. It just makes things a bit easier. And there's no reason not to do them because it doesn't gain or lose time. So, we got the stat menus in Hollywood. We're going to get a couple more throughout, but this is like a really good time to set up the stats, because right here, this is basically a minute of basically a guy stole your bag with all your stuff in it. So you just have a skate competition against him. But as you can see, if I don't do anything, his score doesn't really go up. Like, he gets points, but it's like nothing. So I can just use this time to upgrade my stats by grinding, ollieing, cavemanning, etc. And then, as you can see, as soon as we got like 5,000 points, he gets a load as well. So we can just chill for a little bit. So a couple of like universal strats that we'll be using for a lot of different stuff. One of them is called butt slapping, for lack of a better name. Sharice, do you want to go into more detail about that?
Yeah, sure.
I've filled her in a lot of the good tricks like butt slapping. Don't take that the wrong way.
No, you totally slap your butt.
I slap my own butt, yeah, of course. Sometimes you just got to give yourself a bit of confidence boost, Just, good job, babe.
Okay, so butt slapping is when you roll off a ledge and then you have to do a flip or a trick and then you press A as much as you can so you can continuously go higher and higher.
Yeah, it basically just gives you like a load of extra jumps worth of height on top of where you need to go. So there's a couple of things that we need to do, like extra, along with the route, and some of them require you to get to like rooftops and stuff, so we can just like butt slap up to the roof instead of going around, for example. And then the next thing we need to do is graffiti spots. Sure, you want to go into those as well? She's on fire right now. Pure knowledge.
So later on in the game, you're going to join a gang and you're going to require to do these graffitis. So there's 3. You need to do 3 in each location or level.
Yep. And you also get money from it. If you saw in the normal run, we needed to use a homeless man who would give us money for doing tricks. But of course, as we mentioned before, these skate tag things are like mandatory for the story anyway, and just doing those gives you enough money to complete the game on easy, so we don't need to deal with the homeless man, which is good because it's a lot of RNG involved. You have to get pretty lucky to get a decent time in those categories as it stands. So this is the last one here, and then as you'll see, once we complete the 3rd one, it'll give us like a little text box saying like you've completed all of them in this area. And we just need to go and do that in Santa Monica, downtown, Beverly Hills, and maybe one other that I can think of. But yeah, so that's Hollywood done. On to Beverly Hills. We'll start with some more skate tags. And then essentially Beverly Hills is it's a couple more tutorials, but the game masks it as like, your only kind of friends right now are the people that you've met in Hollywood and Mindy, of course.
Mindy is like your only friend.
Yeah, so we met a couple of other people, but they're more of like, you know, acquaintances. So instead, we're going to speak to Mindy here, who has a couple of friends, and they're all like, you know, pretty well-known skaters. They're pretty good in the local area, so they're going to like teach you a few tricks, essentially. Dave is my personal favorite. He's a good lad. He actually knows a really set of cool tricks that you see in a goal that you don't actually do in easy. But for some reason, they just made him do a bunch of like sticker slapping stuff, and then he doesn't even teach you how to sticker slap. So. No idea why. They really undersold Dave, unfortunately. So, for example, here, there's a bunch of goals that you can do, and it's not linear. You can do them in like any order, but certain goals unlock certain other people. Like say, for example, if you do like one from this guy, you can't then do his other goal because he's like still in the 1st position. And some of them are mandatory no matter what. Unfortunately, usually it's the longer ones that are mandatory. But so we try and like fit it into a route as much as possible. So for example, in this, we're going to skip Murphy and Dave because they're kind of inconvenient to do for easy. So this is just sticker slapping and wall planting, as I mentioned before. Dave should be teaching you this. I don't know why he doesn't, but he's a good lad anyway. Love Dave.
Here, check it. Just go towards the wall.
And then this is where we're going to do a strat, essentially, where once you complete like a tutorial, as you saw before, there was like a text box that you kind of had to like go, yeah, I did that, cool, I now have that unlocked, cool. And then I actually messed it up there, but I'll show it in a second. What you want to do is you want to finish and then end the goal right next to another goal, and then while the cutscene is kind of playing for the second goal, you can mash like all the text boxes away without losing any time. But
Cool.
messed it up there, unfortunately, but we'll get them next time, for sure.
Give it a try.
So this is flipping, not particularly useful, it just looks really cool. You can do both at the same time there. Doubles don't count, unfortunately. It would be good if they did. And then we'll go and see our boy Gale, who's the Frenchman who teaches you a lot of parkour. I guess the American Wasteland devs, like, every time a Tony Hawk game comes out, they want to add like some new extra stuff. And in Thor, it was mostly like parkour based, so you can like run up walls and flip off walls and that kind of stuff. It's never really useful. I don't think it really added too much to the game. So we'll try and do like the text box dealerino here. Just manual to keep the combo going, and then speak to Gale right away. And as you can see, then it kind of like removes the text boxes. You try a few times, okay? Okay, Gale.
Now flips are flipping fun.
So he teaches you how to like run up walls, and then wall flips. We're gonna like caveman our way each time, because every single time you land on your feet, He has like a weird animation of like, you know, like barely being able to land because he's like kind of new to this kind of stuff. So we just hop on our board instead. There's a homeless man. This is actually really good spawns if I were to like do a normal or sick run. Classic, you know, don't need him, so he spawns in like the best position possible. And then after this next goal is where you'll see the first thing of butt slaps. The next graffiti guy that we need to get to in Beverly Hills is in like a really awkward spot on top of a kind of like a rooftop in the corner. But there's thankfully a like a little planter over in this direction that you can butt slap off. You saw it in the camera there, but I'll show it off in a second.
That bites. Ow, well maybe you can do it. Try to jump on a pole and not a spin.
So this is the Nata spin. Shouldn't actually be called the Nata spin because Natus wasn't the first person to do this. There's actually an article in Thrasher, I believe, of Mike Valley doing this way before Natus did. But of course, the Mike V spin doesn't quite sound as good, so I guess they went with Natus and gave him the credit anyway. So this is where the first butt slap is. As you see there, you just kind of like roll off, do like a kick flip or a shove it or something like that, and then just ollie a bunch of times to get up here. And then you could do it again just after this graffiti. This is a strat that I found. Nobody really does it in runs because it barely saves any time, but I'll go for it anyway because I'm an absolute beast. Didn't get it, unfortunate. But it doesn't really lose any time.
Next time.
Yeah, we'll get him next time for sure. Be sure to tune into ESA 2020 winter where I go for that trick again. Sure to write it down in your calendars. So yeah, otherwise you just grab the stat challenges, which you mentioned before, and then finish the last graffiti last graffiti piece. And hop down, and then this will be like a boneless tutorial. So if you're unfortunately bored about the tutorials, don't worry, we're just about to end like the tutorial zone. So again, we're just gonna do like bow and dollies, but then we're just gonna wait until we get to the next section before we end the combo. I'm gonna talk to him. Where is he? There he is.
Just watch and learn. Spine
And last
transfer,
one
nose
is just
grab, front flip.
front flipping again. We can do a stat at the same time here because the stat challenges require you to do a front flip at the same time. That's not a nose grab, Ben. Hard to do this on analog controls. There we go. So now we've proved to them that we're basically the best skateboarder alive. And, you know, they all love us for it. Pretty rad combo. Pretty rad.
You nailed it. I haven't seen someone so dialed since that Rodney versus Day One video.
You proved yourself to us, Hucker. Now follow us up here to meet Iggy.
So the next section is essentially you gain access to the skate ranch, which is like basically a big park, but it doesn't have a whole lot in it because it's like just kind of opened to like your friendship group that you are now with Mindy, Dave, and everyone like that. So you want to get like more skate pieces for the ranch. So we need to go and basically go and vandalize a lot of places. Sanchez is going to take us there. There's a common rule in this game where if there's like a sign or a law that says that you can't do something, if you just destroy it, that immediately makes it legal. So that's what we're going to do. There's going to be like a bunch of no skateboarding signs in the places where we need to go. So we're just going to destroy the signs. The police are never going to say anything, and they're never going to replace them. So yeah. Shreese in the practice room was mentioning about the kind of weird animations when you sketch Sanchez. But I'm going to stop her from making those. Yeah, I'm going to stop her from making those comments again. She always has to make everything weird. Of course, you're just grabbing the tail here. You're not doing anything. Not doing anything too frisky. So we're just going to be sketching to the next location. So this is a good time to read anything. Is it Mark who's still on donations?
Yes, sir, it is.
Hello, Mark.
Hello.
If you've got anything to read, be sure to blast it right now.
Yes, we've got a donation from Zax Max. That's $5 with a comment, meep.
Beep.
Meep indeed.
Short and sweet. I like it.
And we've got Foley Null Horror. Interesting name with $20.
Interesting pronunciation.
Ooh.
Got you good
all the
there.
time.
Got you good there, Mark. Got you good, buddy.
$20 donated with the comments, I can't think of anything funny to put in here.
Oh, that's Pepe hands. Gonna fit one more in, Mark. I'll give you permission for one more if you've got one.
I do not, but I could take a second to tell
Plug a
everyone.
sponsor or something. Why not?
Yeah, our partner, ViewSonic Elite, which provided not only
Come on, Matt, you can do it, buddy. It's all right.
Well, for one, the monitor that
Oh, here we
Ben
go.
is
Excuses. Yep.
the monitor that Ben is playing this game on right now, they are our exclusive monitor partner for 2019 and 2020. And yeah, like the monitor Ben's playing on, the one the consoles are connected to, and the ones you can see in the back, they were all provided by ViewSonic Elite. So thank you to them.
Thank you very much, Mark. So now we're back at the ranch. Sanchez ditched us, unfortunately, so we had to like skate all the way back. So we just get taught a few more things from Iggy, and then it's on to the vandalism. So a couple of things to mention while we're just doing these extra couple of tutorials, and there's like a cutscene and everything, is 2 points in the game, you get like opportunities to basically increase your speed. One of them is the stats that I mentioned before, and one of them that's kind of like you can do at any point is you need to make sure that you're out of switch stance whenever you can. Switch stance is just if you were riding a skateboard and looking like left, for example, you would instead do it right. But your speed stat isn't influenced by when you're in switch stance, it's only regular. So we need to make sure we're out of switch stance as much as possible. And not only that, but once we get into downtown, we'll unlock the special meter. And this, when you have the special meter filled, it gives you extra speed on flat ground. So we basically need to make sure that we're in regular stance and the special meter is filled whenever we can. And basically the easiest way to do that is just by doing tricks. So instead of like just riding around as fast as possible, we'll try and do some cool little tricks on the way. So the first thing we need to get is the dyno head. Our boy Joey has this. He's kind of like a corrupt construction worker. He's gonna like haul it off to be trashed, but we can just pay him $100 and we'll take it. And then every single time you get a ranch piece, you can then teleport back to the ranch, which is convenient, saves you skating all the way back.
Oh man, I can't wait to ride that thing.
So now we go and see Murphy in Beverly Hills. This goal is kind of awkward because if you mash to skip the cutscene after you've completed it, you can very easily crash the game. So I've got to be careful here to not crash the game. I have saves, of course, but yeah, don't want to waste any time.
He loosened the bolts on the spinning dude.
So I'm gonna wall ride up here, and oh, this is a tricky set of inputs. It looks, I make it look very difficult, as you can see. I'll go for it one more time, and if not, I'll just go for the spine transfer. This doesn't even save that much time, but it looks a lot cooler. All right, too busy goofing it. Got it first try in practice. Classic, goofing it anyway.
I
So
don't
just do it.
remember that happening.
Yeah, me neither. I don't remember ever making a mistake. Just blame the frame rate or something. That's what a lot of people do. All right, Sharice, are you ready for your first task?
Yes.
All right, so remember this one is A. Okay. So we're gonna get Sharice here to do a goal.
Yeah, you have to tell me when to.
See if she does it better than Morale last time.
You have to tell me when to.
All right, you ready?
Stop and start again.
Okay, so just stop mashing.
Getting this. Okay.
Mash, 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 mash. Stop. Go. Faster. Incredible. Great stuff.
I know.
Everyone,
first try.
clap for Sharice. First try, first try. Great stuff. I would say Morale has got you, is a bit ahead of you at this point, unfortunately, though. So, sorry about that. But
That's okay.
We'll get him next time.
She's better.
Yeah, you got another chance. Because on the second harder mashing goal, Morale yelled at me for having poor aim, even though it was clearly her. It was clearly her that was not quite as good at mashing as she once was. Washed up. So maybe you can redeem yourself. So yeah, this is just gaining access to downtown. Of course, when there's a blockade you need to get past, we convince a mentally unstable man to fire a rocket at it, and now we gain access to it. So as I mentioned before, like a specific mission that can crash my game, there's also quite like a universal way to crash your game pretty easily. And unfortunately, it's like one of the better strats in the game that costs a lot of time, but it makes the game very prone to crashing. And that is simply just quitting out of the game in certain places. Whenever you quit out of the game, when you load back in, it'll put you in like a certain checkpoint. And some of those checkpoints are like really convenient. Like you'll be on one side of the map, then you quit out, and you spawn into another one.
It's like teleporting.
Yeah, it's essentially just teleporting. But sometimes when you quit out of the game in certain places, there's just like, it's 50-50. Like you can just crash sometimes. And obviously, like if you do that in an attempt, your run is completely dead. So, oh, this is the wrong goal. So here it's just mimicking inputs. it might look confusing because like KKRR, you know, I'm playing on a controller, but it's just corresponding to whether you're kicking using the rail or grabbing. So if that's makes it any easier to track at home. You can actually, Rushi's going to be mad at me because he actually taught me a way in order to make it show so the keyboard, the controller input show, but I just never got around to doing that. Sorry, if you're watching this, William, I'm sorry.
He's lazy.
Yep. So another graffiti tag, if you remember from doing them before, we're going to do them in downtown. But we're going to leave one of them deliberately because it's much more convenient to do them once we get to the gang that Therese mentioned, because we come back to downtown later on in the game. So yeah, as I mentioned before, saving and quitting in the game does save you a lot of time, but sometimes you can just crash. So I'm not going to be going for any of the save and quit strats.
It's not worth it to do it on a run.
There's a couple that
Like a live run.
Yeah, there's a couple that I have never crashed on in all the time that I've played this game, but I know that if I do it, I will crash and I will look like such a, you know, a dumb little boy that it's just not worth going for. So next kind of big character to introduce, Master Zen. He teaches you a couple of things like how to stall on a rail and how to use your head to break certain objects. Kind of, you know, not corresponding to each other, but, you know, he's a master for a reason. He knows what he's doing. And then he's the guy who unlocks a special meter for us that I mentioned before on this next goal here. So those were just getting skate ranch pieces, but we don't actually need them. We just need to get to the this goal here, which is the one that allows you to unlock special. So special is otherwise known as focus. As you can see here, I've gone into focus mode. This slows down the game. This is like its intention. Like this is what you're supposed to use it for. You can like kind of slow down and make sure that your inputs are a lot better because you have more time to react. But obviously in a speedrun, you're never going to want to actually slow down the game, so we don't use it. We just use it to get increased speed instead. So as you can see now at the top left, there's a special meter, and whenever it's glowing, that means I have the extra speed. So I want to keep that glowing as much as possible. And then once you complete this goal, as long as you have the correct stats, which we should, in theory, we can now hop into the Tony Hawk's Am Jam, which is like basically just like an amateur skate competition. Like the first half of this game is basically you becoming like an amateur skateboarder, like wanting to go pro. Unfortunately, as we speak to the judge here, there's like no more room. But this guy comes along, starts flexing on us, and says like, you know, I could skate circles around you anyway. But I'm a speedrunner, so I'm pretty good at this game. So I'm gonna skate a circle around him. So you need to get 5,000 points, 10,000 points, and then on the last one, he just bails super hard, and then you basically just yoink his place.
Not bad.
So he's like, not bad, but can you do this? And then
Oof.
Unlucky there, buddy.
He'll get you next time.
He'll get him next time. Mission failed. So yeah, so there's Tony Hawk. So this contest, you remember how I mentioned before in like the auto scrollers, how if you like don't do anything, the enemies don't. Oh, the enemies. I'm acting like I'm in like Call of Duty or something. My opponents don't do anything. This is the only exception to that. These guys will get between like 20 and 30,000 points no matter what, depending on the round. So I need to make sure that I get like a certain threshold, and then I can just kind of do whatever I want. So Mark, if you've got anything to read, that would be a good time.
Yeah, well, Little Hollow donated $15, and he actually has a question for you. Ooh. What sound does a helicopter make?
What sound does a helicopter make? Schwar, 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 schwar. There you go, buddy.
Pretty good, pretty good. All right.
Was it worth it?
Have you been in a lot of helicopters, Ben?
I've only ever been in one helicopter, actually, as part of my Army cadet training, because my mum thought I was too rebellious, so she made me go into the Army cadets. There's a good E-bend fact for everyone. Yeah. So yeah, you can keep going, Mark, if you've got any sponsors to plug or anything. Any thank yous?
Yeah, of course. I would love to talk about our partner, Twitch. They
I love Twitch.
They support the event ESAWinter 19 by promoting it, and we have been invited to TwitchCon Europe. And of course, you can use Twitch Prime to support the event for absolutely free if you already have Amazon Prime. and then yeah, it's a big help to the event. Makes the future events happen. So thank you everyone who subscribes with Twitch Prime, and thank you Twitch itself.
Yeah, be sure to get me a sub. Thank you. So last 10 seconds here, we're going to make an absolute mockery out of George, and then we're just going to hang near the bike, because the gang that Sharice mentioned earlier that we need to do tags for, we also need to do a couple of BMX goals to show that we're like proficient on a bike as well as a skateboard. And then once you complete the goals, the person who like gives you the goals, this guy here, he spawns in like a completely random location. So what we want to do is to minimize the amount of luck we need to do, to like get around and speak to him. We're going to just pick this area because this is like the smallest area in the game that still has a BMX. So this first one is just like, you know, just ride around for 30 seconds and don't bail. In practice, I gave Sharice the controller and just let her ride around for a bit, but she kept falling over and she wasted a good like 5 minutes of the run. So unfortunately, she's been demoted to this professional masher instead. So unfortunate there.
Ben didn't explain things right.
The game explains how to play. Like, you know, don't rope me into this. So unfortunately, we got unfortunately we got the like the worst possible spawn. But as I say, because it's the Am-Jam, it's not too bad. It's gone back into the decent location, which is fine. So we need to do 3 of these. This is the 3rd one coming up. And then I guess another lore update is this is kind of like where the 2nd act comes in, because we won the amateur skate competition, and then Tony Hawk in the cutscene that we skipped gives us like an interview, and he goes, "Hey, great job, man. Where did you learn all these skills?" And we go, "Oh, a person called Iggy Van Zandt taught me all these moves in like a local skate ranch that I go to." Now we don't know this, but Iggy is actually a fugitive running from the police. So as soon as we dead name him in the interview, the police come to the skate ranch and arrest him. Now, because it's completely our fault, everybody but Mindy hates us now. So the next act of the game is basically like saving everyone from jail or from gangs that they get captured by, so they no longer hate us, essentially. So we need to hop to the skate ranch here, where the cutscene is going to be. So as you just heard on the radio there, that's basically Tony Hawk announcing to the world that a fugitive is here, and then by the time we get there, the police will have already arrived. The Twitch cops are coming to take him away.
Do you like Mindy, Ben?
No, I don't like Mindy.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm just...
Out of everybody that bailed and, you know, hates you now, she's the only one that likes you, pretty much, in the game.
She's
How can you not like her?
She's alright. Mindy is the girl, for those who don't know. Maybe you played it as a kid. A lot of people say that Mindy is like, you know, the best girl. I don't agree. Not a big fan of Mindy. But I will admit that when she is, you know, like the last shoulder to cry on, that's pretty nice. But aside from
you're
that,
just using her.
Yeah.
I thought you respected women, Ben. What is this?
So to those who don't know, I wore this t-shirt during ESA Summer, and of course, because Sharice was here, I had to show it off again. I'll just do it now while we've got a bit of time. Sharice, hold the control, please. Okay. Don't bail, please. You'll lose me time. So, yeah. Anyone a big fan of the shirt, be sure to get them at ebenarchive.com. Coupon code EBEN. A lot of people actually donated for the shirt last year, you know. Like, every time I would, you know, flex it. So, you know, just doing my thing for charity. That's the only reason I have it. It's just
how kind of you.
I just love charity, you know.
You're so thoughtful.
Yeah. So this is just learning Flatland. We need this for a competition with Day One Song that we're going to have in just a moment. This is the last trick here. Bam, we're done. So this next section, you see where the police cars are just there. That's the entrance to Santa Monica, but it's unfortunately blocked off by the police. So in order to get there, we need to like get these skate club guys to cause a commotion. But first we need to, like, you know, in typical Tony Hawk fashion, prove that we're the best. So the way we do that is doing some cool little lip tricks. And go on to the second beam. We're not quite as proficient as they are, as you can see. We're kind of wobbling. But these guys are still as a statue right now. Those guys they've channeled their chi. And yeah, so this one you don't actually have to go onto the second beam. You can just like lip anywhere you want. And then the police are indeed gone. And then before we get into Santa Monica, we just need to out flatland everyone. You don't actually need to do flatland. You can just kind of do whatever you want. Doesn't really matter too much. But this is another example of like you do nothing and then at the last second you do a combo. And then we beat them. So there's a couple more of these. So Mark, if you want to plug in another sponsor or anything, it's a good time.
I would love to. Of course.
Damn straight.
We're all very familiar with our partner Elgato. Thank you Elgato for providing the streaming pods in the back. They are open for everyone, and they make it so that, you know, full-time streamers who visit ESA can still stay connected with their audience while on the road. So thank you very much to Elgato for providing those.
Hey, kid.
So the last Flat Iron competition is a Day 1 song. Essentially the lore is here. Like you would never actually beat Day 1 song as like an amateur skater in a competition. But the classic cop-out answer in the cutscene is he goes, "I'm going to let you win, but just make it look competitive." It's the kind of equivalent of like, I was just pretending to be bad at the game, you know? So, but we'll let Day 1 off. Yeah, he's a good lad. He's a good lad. So, and then we'll get access into Santa Monica. The first goal that we're going to do in Santa Monica has one of the harder butt slaps to do, because every butt slap, as you see we've done so far, has been off quite a big surface. But the one that we're going to do it off in this first goal is like a really small kicker, which gives you like a lot less leeway in order to like kick off and get all the height that you need. So hopefully got the second try in practice, so we'll go for first try. It's not that hard. I'm not too good. Not too good. After watching Riley, you know, choke Thug 2, I hope it's not rubbed off on me, all the lack of skill. So yeah, all of these goals are essentially just like, don't touch the ground. So this first one, you just like grind across, and then he hops onto the roof and he's like, can you make it here? Usually have to grind all the way around, but we're just going to butt slap off this tiny little kicker here, so hopefully we'll nail this. Oh, of course. I actually did get the butt slap, but in a certain place, like there, it resets you, like that. So, there we go. Just hop back up.
Nice. Hey.
And then the last one, this one's supposed to be like really complicated. You have to go like all the way around. But if you just time this correctly, you can just hop across the two boards like this. Yeah. Oh dear. Ooh. Oh dear. That's a Ride Dog tier bail. That is.
That's actually, how much was it for charity, Ben?
What's that? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that actually. So during my ESA summer run, I did $5 to save the children every time I fell off my board. Of course, on easy, it's a lot more difficult to bail. So I figured I'd up the ante to 10. So if anyone's been counting, I think we're at 30 right now. So we'll go with that. If anyone wants to go back in the VOD and check, and you know, catch up to me, tweet me and say, actually, Ben, you owe like $200 to the charity. I'll be sure to block you. No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
Yeah, be sure to correct me. But I'm pretty sure I've bailed 3 times. Do you know how many times I've bailed?
I counted at least 2.
At least 2.
At least 2.
So we're pretty much 2, 3, pretty much bang on the money. So we'll go with 3 because I don't want to scam the charity out of $10. You know, I want to get invited back to this marathon hopefully. So that's intentional, by the way. That's like a little shortcut. It's technically a bail, but
it's an intentional one, so it doesn't count.
Intentional, yeah. There's quite a few of those, so I'd be very poor if I had to donate for all the intentional ones. So yeah, we're doing the tags here again in Santa Monica. This is the last city that we need to do them in, apart from the one that I deliberately missed in downtown. And then all of Santa Monica is basically going like in like a big sweep. There's a couple of skate ranch pieces that we need to do, and also we need to like impress this guy. Apparently doing a lip trick like this all around the Ferris wheel, which is already not humanly possible. But this is like just, you know, the start. Like you do this and he's like, nah, whatever, dude. And then he's like, you know, also you can do this. So usually you have to like grind all the way around here, but as long as you keep the combo and then start it at a certain place, you can get the halfway goal much quicker. All luck, no skill. I just accidentally luckily did that strat. It's pure luck. So now we've got to take out all these birds. You know, I'm only doing it because I have to, Shreeze, I promise. But they're going to, they're flying away. That's why all the feathers are coming out. They're just molting for the summer or whatever it is. Do birds molt? Dogs do, right? But I don't know if birds do. Any bird experts in chat, be sure to fact check me on that one. So this is like my least favorite goal in the game. It's really short, but it can be super hit or miss. Essentially, Mindy wants you to steal this shark piece. You hop onto it, bank drop, which is fine, and then you have to stall on it 3 times. Now, of course, stalling is for rails, and this is not a rail, so like they intend you to stall on it. But as you can see, like that was clearly a stall, and it just kind of bonks you off it. So you can like lose a lot of runs to this. It's very annoying to do. Or you can just sometimes do it perfectly, like bang on. Slipped off again there. This is Okay, buddy. All right, so we got knocked off 3 times. That is literally never happened before. So we'll try it again. This is might as well walk outside and get hit by lightning at this point. That was I've never been trolled so hard on that goal in my entire life.
It's okay. It was first try, no one's off.
Yeah, first try. Okay, can we edit that out in post editing? So we'll grab some more stats here. We don't actually need them, but we're going to be going on like a boat ride coming up, and there's not really a whole lot to do. So again, as I mentioned before, we're just going to get some stats while we're kind of doing nothing. Usually in runs, you would like save and quit the second a certain part of the boat ride loads. But again, even though I've never crashed there, I'm not going to risk it. So yeah, there's actually a lot of like really good save and quits you can do in Santa Monica. Like right here, now after speaking to Tony Alva, you spawn like right at the pier, and then you have to go to the bus to Hollywood to buy an alien suit to go and intimidate one of these circus guys. So here you would just save and quit, and it would spawn you all the way back at the bus, which saves like 15 seconds maybe. But unfortunately, we're gonna play it safe. So this is where you would spawn if you were to save and quit. So go to Hollywood, and then buy the alien suit. This is
Welcome to the shop. Good looking shirt. Good.
Pretty cute, right? What do you think?
I think it's cute.
Thank you.
It's a cute.
So we deliberately missed the last spray guy here because we just do it once we grab the graffiti tag, and then we're gonna butt slap up here. A lot of butt slapping. Anyone need their butt slap? Let me know because I've got plenty.
You should be butt slapping yourself.
I'll give myself, if I do a good run, I'll give myself a butt slap at the end as a reward.
Seems good.
Yeah. So here, Tony Alva wants us to like make our own move, but I'm not really interesting enough. So instead, I'm just gonna make a front side spin. You can make some really cool creative tricks, but I'm not going to because it's slow. So we're just gonna do a front side spin in front of the guy. And then this guy's like a conspiracy theorist or something. He, for some reason, he's like a circus act, but he doesn't like aliens. So instead, we're gonna... Oh, I'm missing all these. So yeah, we hop in an alien suit and we start doing tricks in front of him, and that's enough to make him leave.
Later, dude.
And then we gain access to the oil rig. Some of you may know the oil rig because it was a level in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. It's exactly the same level, except if you know, and from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, it's like an extra level. But you couldn't do anything on there. It was like you just kind of skated. So Thor basically like redid the level, but instead you can actually do goals and stuff on it now. So once you get here, as you can see like the icons at the top and the radar, that means we're still in Santa Monica. But the second they load into the oil rig is where you would usually quit out. But again, not going to do that, just to be safe. But the oil rig has some tricky goals, because oil rigs aren't really meant to be skated on. So a lot of the, like, what you would usually call rails are just like concrete ledges that are really awkward to grind on. And then there's one goal where you have to, like, grind up a really big spiral and then jump off at a certain time and stick a slap. And it's like, it's weird, like, how it works. It looks really easy, but if you jump like too early, you just like, even though you should make it, the goal just doesn't count. So you have to like time it way more than you would than you would think. So it's just kind of like an unfinished goal. But these ones are fairly simple. And then if you've ever played a Tony Hawk or Skate game before, you would know that they always have to have at least one Jump the Shark related like reference, I guess. And this is the one in American Wasteland in this goal. Just jump over the shark. Almost got us, Monk S.
Thanks.
You're welcome, buddy. And then we'll hop over here.
Take this.
And then a couple of these goals require you to like grind upwards. There's one that's like coming up here, which is like super awful. Because this one is not too bad, you kind of grind up and then go back down again. But the other one, there's like 3 different blast caps and they're all above each other. So to do it optimally in one combo is just dreadful. It's probably like one of my least favorite ones. So let's see if I can get this jump here. It's kind of tricky, but nice. Good stuff. So we'll hop down, and then this goal is really easy. Just involves you having to hit a certain spot on this ledge. It's actually possible to clip right through that ledge, and you'll fail the goal. It's only ever happened to me once, but I'm waiting for it to happen again. On a nice PB, and then you just clip through the wall and die. It's pretty unfortunate. So this is the goal that I was talking about. It's the incline where you have to grind here is insanely high. So you have to be like very precise with your inputs. Of course I make it look very easy, but that's it's very tricky. And then the last one here is you just need to go and chase a helicopter, which shows you like the exit to the oil rig. We can't take the boat for some law reason. I can't remember exactly why, but we can't take the boat back. Oh dear. Oh. We'll count that as a bail. We'll count that. So here, usually when you spine transfer, there's like a really big slow motion sequence, like a action sequence. But if you just boneless over it and then acid drop in, it has exactly the same thing, but you skip all the slow motion. So here, once we load back in Santa Monica again, you would usually save and quit because we're in the same place as we were when we're on the pier, but we're just going to skip back. And then once we go to the skate ranch to do a goal there, it's time for the gang stuff, Charisse. We're going to go and prove ourselves as the big lads.
Mm-hmm.
The big lads and lasses. Do you remember the name of the gang? I don't think I ever explicitly told you.
No, I don't think you did.
So kind of a oh, Charisse, you're such a noob. You don't know the answer to that question that I never told you. Yeah. But these guys are the Black Widows. You have to do a couple of things to impress them. You have to not only show that you're a good skateboarder, but as you mentioned before, you also need to prove that you're a good biker or BMXer, and also that you're good at graffiti. And then the last thing you have to do is get a big, awful spider tattoo on your torso. Now, if my friends were in trouble, I would never personally get a big, tattoo on my chest just to impress a gang to save them. I would just be like, you're on your own, buddy. Does that make me a bad person? Probably, right? Charisse, if I got captured by a gang, would you get a big
No.
spider tattoo to save me?
No.
You're an awful person.
I know.
So once we go and deal with the Black Widows, they're all located around different places in downtown. And the downtown graffiti that we deliberately missed, we're going to do that now. It's pretty much on the way. So it's just up here. And then this is the last one that we need to do. So it's convenient that we'd like finish them all, and then immediately we need to do the graffiti goal.
If it was a really tiny one that I could hide, I'd do it.
You carried on thinking about this, didn't you? You're like, wait, am I a bad person? The answer is yes.
Yeah.
You mean like a really like small one on like
Yeah,
here,
like
so you can like wear
Yes.
clothes and
A really tiny one.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
on the sole of my foot.
Don't, you'll get all the people who like feet in chat coming
What?
after
Oh,
you if
God,
you
no.
keep mentioning them. So here in New Game Plus runs, you would not create a graphic here because as long as it's loaded separately to the save file, so you would already have it like set. But in New Game, you have to make it fresh every single time. Perfect. Don't you think that was just beautiful? That graphic. No answer. take that as a no. Yeah, we'll get them next time. So now we need to go and get the tattoo. See, it's terrible.
It's pretty bad.
But you've got to admit, our skateboarder, our unnamed protagonist, is a good lad for doing it. For saving his boys.
Yeah, he's a nice one.
So there you go. There's the tattoo. Only $30 too for a big tattoo like that.
That's probably why it's so bad.
Yeah. Pretty decent deal though. If any of you want a tattoo, be sure to hop down to the Black Widow shop in Santa Monica. So now, once we've got all this sorted, then we go and prove ourselves to Hector. Hector's a good lad. Love a bit of Hector. This goal on the harder difficulties is one of the hardest goals in the game because of in this game well, in this run, we don't max our like balance stats at all. So doing this on like sick, for example, with like 0 manual stats is insanely hard. But it's fortunately a lot easier on easy. So that was basically him saying, there's graffitis everywhere, come back to me once you've done them, but we're just gonna, yeah. We've already done them, so we can just go ahead and start this goal. Spat is a recurring character. I don't know too much about him. I think he's deliberately kind of like pretty much anonymous. But he's just like a graffiti guy. He shows up in a lot of different games like Thug 2, for example. And then if you're not quick enough on this cycle, then he will like overwrite your tag. So we're gonna try and get the one cycle here. This kind of tricky jump. Goofed it. Quick! Did we got it? We'll find out at the end of this. It might just finish anyway. Yeah, easy. So then he says like, find my friend. He'll teach you how to ride BMX. But we've already done that in the Vans Park, so we can just hop on over. Sorry there, officer. We also had Charisse doing these goals, but didn't go too well,
I
did it?
can do it now.
Do you want to go for it? No. The answer is no. I didn't even let you say anything. I don't even know why I asked. The answer was no.
Oh. Never lucky.
Yeah. Maybe if I had like a 115 estimate or something, we could let you play about for a bit. But this estimate isn't super lenient. I didn't decide to be a peach and put a 105 like I did with VC. I also don't believe in you. Yeah. I'm not going to beat around the bush here, Charisse. I don't have any faith in your BMXing skills.
No.
Sometimes you just got to let them down gently, you know. But you'll get them next time. So now we've impressed the Black Widows. They let us into East LA, and this is where a couple of our friends are hanging out. Boone especially has been captured. I don't remember why, nor do I remember where it explains it in the game. But he's been captured. So we need to go and save him. But first we need to get his little jean shorts. First we need to destroy these sprinklers. The hitboxes are absolutely tragic on this. So you just need to kind of like inch forward and smash it and hope you get it. Smash that B button. Then hop across. And then we're going to find Boone. He's in a bit of a lewd situation. He's been left in this little sewer pipe in his tighty whities. No idea why. You can make up your own little story as to why he's there. But, alright Boone, how you doing, mate? He's already got a skateboard, but for some reason we need to give him ours. And he's like, oh, thanks for the skateboard, buddy.
Yours is better.
I don't question it. So, is everyone ready for the best cutscene in the game? This is some animation at its finest. This is the kind of stuff I did in primary school. It's great.
Oh.
Wow, that's truly incredible. They just decided to give up halfway through the animation. It was like, nah, just drop him, mate. So there's a chance here that we get this skate ranch piece, but we still don't get the text. Thankfully we did. The text, excuse me, the little buy thing. So Sharish ready to mash?
Check it.
I'll skip through this.
Get off of my crane!
So remember, it's X for this one. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
And I need to aim for you.
Look,
Okay.
Hey, you.
Ready to go? Go! Faster, Sharish, faster!
I'm trying.
We're gonna fail.
Well,
Well,
if you put me in pressure like that.
Always with the excuses. First morale was like, oh, Ben, you can't aim. You know, you can't aim. You're like, oh, you're too pressuring. God, just get it done. Get it done.
I did.
But first birth try, both first try, excuse me. I'll let you off. I'll let you off. It was alright.
Wow.
So yeah, now we've absolutely destroyed that construction worker. Just trying to do his job. We just knock him off like a 50-foot crane. But again, you know, Tony Hawk's loves to induce violence. So if you ever see a construction worker out and about, don't knock him off the cliff. Or off the lift. It's pretty rude.
Just anything you see in this game, don't try it at home.
Don't do it. Yeah, don't skateboard. It's for degenerates.
Damn, that's harsh.
Yep. Well, sometimes you gotta hit people with the facts, you know.
So what do you call
So-
yourself now that you're skateboarding?
Hey, you need.
Are you a degenerate?
A gamer. That's what I call myself. Sick of this heckling. Someone get this man out of here. Alright, so now we need to go to Beverly Hills, which is where we'll meet up with Murphy and Dave and Boone. And then this is like the pro goal section. So essentially what's going to happen is we need to get access to the skate ranch again, because Iggy got arrested, we can't get to it anymore. So we need to create a skate video, which will then be released with a lot of pros. And then we're going to release a video and then sell it and make a bunch of money, which then we can use to buy the skate ranch back. So the first guy that we need to get, the only guy that we kind of had the choice to get right now, is Tony Hawk. His moves are kind of weird if you were playing this game casually. Some of them don't make any sense. I'll kind of point them out as we go. But this one is fine. So he teaches you how to airwalk. Why he does all the extra stuff, I don't know, because all you need to do is just...
He's flexing.
Yeah. Weird flex, Tony, mate, but okay. So, hop across to the air arc. And then as you can see in that cutscene, I skipped it pretty fast, but he specifically says that you do a frontside hurricane, and he does it frontside. But if you do it frontside, you fail. You have to do it backside in the game. So, no idea why, but doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And then we do the gymnast plant, and then a 900 spin, which is probably like his most like well-known move, I guess. And then once you've completed Tony's goal, you can then kind of like open up to all the different goals, pro goals, and it's completely non-linear. They're like scattered about all the different locations. So the one convenient here is our good friend Day One Song, and his one is pretty easy. But essentially, yeah, they like, even though we like beat them in competitions earlier, they want to say like, you know, we don't want to deal with a scrub, so we just need to do one of their like signature moves in order to show that we can hang. So next up is Mike V. He just requires you to do a load of like triple moves, which you never use again in the game, but you know, who's arguing?
Wait, what? All right, first do a triple impossible.
I'm convinced by the way that he says that audio track that they kind of spliced the first half of the line together with the second line. Like, he says instead of going do a triple impossible, it goes like, first do a triple impossible.
Nice job.
And I'm convinced that Mike Valley messed up that line. And instead of just making him redo it, they just spliced where he goofed it. But I notice, Activision. I noticed.
Triple heel flip.
So triple heel flip is the last one. And then we'll go and see our man P-Rod, who's I think this might be like his first and only appearance in a Tony Hawk game. Usually there's like a default crew that are in the Tony Hawk games, like Bob Burnquist, Bam Margera, obviously Tony Hawk, who else is in there? Like Wee Man, like kind of like the Jackass crew, I guess. Chad Musker is in there. But yeah, this is like, I think the first and only time you see Paul Rodriguez, which is weird because like Paul Rodriguez is like one of the most well-known street skaters of all time, so maybe he just was too busy making like Plan B videos or something while they were making the game. So finally, we're gonna hop to East LA and we're gonna do Stevie Williams' goal. He teaches you basically how to use everything in a nollie stance, but you have to cheese a lot of them because, as we mentioned before, for some of the manual goals, we don't have enough stats to complete this like goal intentionally. So we have to cheese a lot of them because otherwise we just like don't get enough height. So try and slap up to this roof if we can. Nice, big slap, big slap. I'll give myself a double butt slap on the old behind once I'm done with this run because that was good. So yeah, so you need to hop into nollie stance. We're not going to make this jump, but you can just like hop off your board and then get back on again, and it counts. And then for this next one, we can just hop up here to give ourselves a bit of extra height for the nollie hard flip. This one doesn't require any cheesing. This one's pretty easy, unless you goof it like I did. It's fine. And then this next one is pretty tricky. You have to jump as late as possible. See if we get it. That should be good. But as you can see, like even if you jump as late as possible, you just about make it. And then final one is the boned ollie. And then once you've done X amount, that's not a boned ollie, Ben. Once you've done X amount of pro goals, then BAM unlocks in East LA, which is why we're here. Because he's like right next to where we need to go. So it's convenient to just do Stevie. And then BAM spawns here, just up the road. And then just on our left here is where we need to go next. So.
Let's see. Approach the ledge with speed. Ollie, turn, slide, and then right away clean.
Unfortunately, Bambajera's goal is very strange. You have to do a couple of skate tricks, which makes sense. And then he gets into a bet with a hobo where you can't ride a shopping cart all the way down a hill. And whoever wins gets to unleash a big fart in the other person's face. So typical Bambajera goal. So we do it, and then this is what happens in the cutscene.
Dude, you got incoming!
No sound, no nothing, just silent but deadly, and he's dead, apparently. They really... This is why you skip the cutscenes in the speedrun, because they're not very good. So now, the last thing we need money for in this game, paying the Taco Bell truck lady to just destroy this entrance to the casino. And then this is the last section in the game, only a couple of minutes long, and then it's the kind of like last section. So this kind of bit, there's no real lore to it. It's just kind of, we're all just going to go into the abandoned casino and mess about, essentially. So we'll hop around here, and we're going to
What it looks like.
hit some old ladies, because Iggy Van Zandt, apparently his average target audience for fans is like 65. So they're all the groupies are coming to see him. And we need to hold them off a bit, like fort defense style. So unfortunately fell down there. I should have held left, that's my bad, but we can just hop up here, it's not a big deal. And then dear. Oh well, that's that's a big old
fine.
bail. Dearie me. I'm not gonna have enough money for a plane ticket home at this point.
But try it.
Yeah. So this is just easy spine transfer kickflip into spine transfer triple kickflip. Sometimes there, once you kind of land, you can clip right through the pool, which makes you have to come back up again. It's never actually happened to me, but I've seen it happen to a lot of other runners. So instead of having like an E-bend only glitch, it's like the opposite, which is very rare. And then this is the penultimate goal here. We just stall on this thing. Puts us right next to the last goal. And Nozlar actually gave me a reference for when to press up and A here for that light box, because I could never figure out how to do it efficiently. And then Nozlar, who doesn't run this game, just went, you should do it here, and it just works. So good on him, good lad. He got mod in my chat for that, you know. So
Damn.
if anyone wants mod in my chat, if you've been really itching to get moderator in my chat room, just find a nice setup for a game I run, and I'll probably mod you. Oh, need to go this way. So this is the final section. Essentially, we get like caught in the casino, and we need to escape back away from the cops. And you basically like go all the way through and avoid like a police helicopter. It's actually really difficult on the higher difficulties because the police like actually are competent. But on this section in easy, you can basically kind of go wherever you want. So it's all just more about, you know, optimizing the path that you take. So we're Speedrun on back. Unfortunately, we can't use the bus or anything. So there is one kind of like little skip here you can do. As I say, like this is pretty linear. You're forced to go this in certain directions, but you can skip over this little saves you going around here if you just do this. You can butt slap, but this is like the way that I know how to do it, so I'm going to do it this way. And then you can just hop up off like this, and this puts you right back to the entrance. Then we Speedrun on down. One thing I forgot to mention earlier, but you can kind of notice it here, is when you skate through transitions, your speed is like hard capped. Because in this game, they wanted to do a Tony Hawk game that was open world, quote unquote open world, without any loading screens. So instead of actually having a loading screen, they just like hard cap your speed whenever you transition from one level to another. So you see there, I was going really fast, and then I just get insta-capped again. So I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather just have a loading screen than have this, because this is just pretty boring, unfortunately. So the last section here, you have to dodge the cops, but their vertical hitbox goes all the way up. So even though I'm on the wire here, the cops that are on the ground can still knock me off my board. So we need to hop off here. And then we hop back to the ranch. Sharish, do you want to get ready on time? I'm gonna smash
Which
that
one?
button.
This one?
Yeah, the yellow one.
Okay.
I'll tell you when to press it. It's just when we get to this cutscene here. And time. So unlike most people in this marathon, I've actually been pretty accurate with my estimates. 2:59's pretty good, pretty good. So yeah.
Just throwing jabs at everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
Damn.
yeah, we need Charlie to donate some more money, so help the kids. So yeah, thank you very much to everyone who's been around, everyone who watched live. Sharice, thank you. Morale, you know, we'll get them next time. Yeah. she was going to be on couch, but she didn't want to do it, so unlucky there.
Can't even defend yourself now.
Yeah, she hasn't even got a headset anymore. So, but yeah, so if you want to learn anything about this game or Tony Hawk's Underground 2, which you just saw by Rydog, I have tutorials for those. And there's a Tony Hawk Speedrun in the Discord if you want to meet other people who can, you know, run these games pretty fast. The Speedrun.com leaderboards are in the usual places. But yeah, aside from that, thank you for watching. And what have we got next? Anyone know? I didn't look it up before, but yeah, whatever's next, enjoy the run. So thank you.
That is constantly changing. Always rearranging. Always rearranging. Always rearranging. That is constantly changing. Always rearranging. Always
في لبنان عايشين في خيمتنا صايرة جملون عايشين فيها أنا وأمي وأخواتي وأبوي. أتذكر أحلامي الحلوة، أتذكر بيتنا كيف كان، بس هلأ انهدم. نرجع على بيتنا ونعيش بسلام بس. لما جينا رحلنا لهون صار حالتنا ضيقة كتير. قمت أنا رحت أشتغل بالاستيراد. صار الزعران بعيطولي بيقولوا لي أنا بعطيك مصاري وتعي معي. شغل في زعران بيلطشونا بالمدرسة، ما في حدا بيلطشنا، في استاذية واستاذيات. تعلمت إنه نحن بهذا العمر لازم هلا بنكون على المدرسة منه نصير كبار. عطتنا مبلغ ساعدنا الأطفال.
To the ESAWinter 2019, and we are fundraising for Save the Children, as you might have just seen the ad for them. The organization is becoming 100-year-old this year, and they do whatever it takes for children all around the globe to be protected, survive and learn throughout 3 global goals. No children should die from preventable causes. All children should have basic education, and no child should be a victim of violence. So help the charity by donating to Marathon. And you can also help Marathon to grow by subscribing with Twitch Prime, for example. That was Tony Hawk. Yeah, Tony Hawk is out. Actually, feels old fact of the moment. Tony Hawk is 50 now. I remember him being like 30, and he's turning 51 this year. Ooh, what a nice guy though. So up next we have, we have 2 distance runs by Brionac95. It's 2 different categories: Adventure Campaign Plus and Lost to Echoes Default. I suppose the second one is the DLC. So yeah, those will be your next 2 runs. After that, we are kind of going into platforming section. We'll have Sonic the Hedgehog, Mega Man 11, for which we still have the bid war going, and it's gonna go until the run is happening. It's a voice acting language bid war. The choices are Japanese and English. Japanese is currently in the lead, so get your money in if you wanna get the weebs out. Then next we have Lucky Dime Caper starting Donald Duck, Mickey Mania, The Timeless Adventure of Mickey Mouse, and Streets of Rage. Then we'll go into Darkest Dungeon, and very soon there will be well, very soon after that, there will be a D&D session for 5 hours. Actually, if you were looking at the schedule earlier, you might notice that there were slight changes before tomorrow's Vice City Stories run. There are 2 different runs now, replacing the one that was before for some reasons. So be sure to update your must-watch runs or something. If Simpsons were there, they're unfortunately not anymore. We also would like to thank our partner Elgato for supporting Stream with Stream Decks with streaming PCs where people, full-time streamers and not, can stream during the event. Right now, all 3 of them, as far as I can see, are occupied, and yeah, 3 translations are going there. So Tom from Elgato is here. Thanks Tom. He's a good lad. So yeah, another upcoming bid wars and goals we have for Darkest Dungeon. There is a bid war going for character, I believe. It's not currently on my screen, but I remember something like that being there. And there's also quite an insane donation incentive for blindfolded something. Darkest Blindfold, it's called. I would suppose it's something done blindfolded, which is generally a very impressive thing, and it's currently $220 away off the goal, which is less than 50% of the entire donation incentive, so you should go donate to that if you like Darkest Dungeon and you want to see some crazy stuff be done.
You want me to give you a hand there, Tesoro? It's you want me to give you a hand there? It's
Okay.
Darkest Dungeon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's yes, Darkest Blindfold is what he called the incentive, and it's for Tricro to blindfold himself during the first 2 sections of the game.
Ooh, boy. That's sweet. That's sweet. So yeah, up till tomorrow, this is pretty much all that's gonna be happening. The deck is still setting up as far as I can tell, and just keep watching, keep donating, and just spread the word about the stream.
Right, we've got a donation from Fazonium. Fazonium. That looks okay. Donating $10 with the comment, "Hey Bryonak, wishing you good luck during both of your runs. Also, whether the in-game announcer is active or not. I wanted an excuse to quote my favorite line for him. Boom shakalaka." And I'd like to take another second to mention that upcoming bid war for Dungeons and Dragons. 'Cause it's a big, well, I wouldn't say it's a run, but you know, a big thing happening on our stream. There's the people involved are Crazy Rasmus, Wired Wiki, Firepaw, and Fatske, and you are welcome to decide the names of their characters. So there's lots of options open, and you can add some options yourself. So for example, we have Fatske's Wood Elf Rogue. The only name submitted right now for that is Actually. So if you're not a fan of that name, then you can submit a different one. And you know, if other people agree with you, if enough money is donated towards that name, then that will be Fatske's character's name. So you are welcome to put your money where your mouth is and that kind of thing, and decide for yourself what it's gonna be.
Okay. Hello everyone, I'm Brionak, and this is Distance. This is our survival racing game about skipping. I just did one. I just restarted the game to skip a cutscene. And this is the first level, Cataclysm. I'm just gonna do a rundown of the game mechanics after I'm gonna try this skip. I just failed it. Let me try it again. Okay. Okay. Let's just go for the main route. Okay, in this game, your car has different abilities to reach the end of the level. You basically go from point A to point B of the level, start zone to end zone. Your car has can accelerate, turn as all the standard racing games, but it also has other abilities like jumping, using wings to fly over the level, using thrusters up of the car, these ones. So basically, there are a lot of techniques you can use on this game to get from the end zone, from the start zone to the end zone in the fastest time possible. Right now I'm hovering, doing grip fly. I do this by using the grip button on my controller. That basically activates all the thrusters on my car, on the top of my car. And basically, hovering is a bit faster than flying because
Yeah,
that was tense. I'm just trying to get up there. Yeah, okay. Thrusters are a bit faster than wings because they don't keep you at a fixed speed like wings. So on most of the times, it's better to use thrusters to fly. Anyway, so when your car boosts, there is this bar behind your car that is basically the cooldown bar of the car. So basically, if you run up of the cooldown bar, your car is gonna explode because it's gonna overheat. So you need to land tricks like barrel rolls, wall rides, and sort of things to cool down your car. And this is the first level done. Okay. So I was saying thrusters are more useful than wings, but wings are still more useful. For flying purposes because they align you better with the road, with the route you're doing basically. Oh, I just crashed. So basically, wings are just useful in the first moments you use a technique. You use them because they're just for setting up the grip fly to keep you upside down, basically. So I did a brief rundown of the techniques. So let me just start with the skips. You already seen that I was skipping some of the parts of the levels I'm running. Right now I'm going through the teleporter. It basically teleports you to a different part of the level, usually far ahead from where you teleported. And this is the first teleporter of the game, an hidden one. And this is the second level done. Okay. So this is the third level. On the third level, there is nothing much to say apart from the fact that there are three hidden teleporters to take to skip big parts of the level. This limits a bit the routing because on this game you could make up a lot of routes You could make up a lot of routes by just going on buildings, riding something different from the main road. And a lot of the first levels, teleporters are present, and they just put you far ahead on the level. So it's just better to take them. So right now I'm on entanglement. I'm taking this this left path because it's faster. The right path was lower, so I'm just gonna go there. So this is an intended teleporter you need to take. There is another one a bit ahead from where I spawned, but I'm just gonna go here and make things a little bit faster. So just to make a rundown of the lore of this game, you're basically you're basically a resource sent to the array, that is this tractor with different facilities that serve different purposes to fight nanomachines generated by the Archaic, that is a virus that's taking over the array, and it's planning to reach Earth to contaminate the whole place. So you basically going from each sector to another to reach the Archaic and defeat him before it reaches Earth. So basically that's the lore of this campaign. There are more than one campaign on this game, and this is the main one. On this category in particular, you have every power-up already unlocked from the beginning. So you could already take all the skips from the very first level. So the first level are a bit of annoying because it's just going from a teleporter to another, and it's just about doing precise movements, precise landings, precise cooldowns to avoid your car from overheating and explode, and to continue around just safe. So yeah, for the moment it could be kinda annoying, but it's gonna get better in a while, just from the next level.
Yeah, as a reminder, he's doing the barrel rolls so that the car does not overheat. The barrel rolls allow him for the car to cool down a bit.
Oh, that's too bad. So basically, I had to restart from the beginning because taking all those skips means that you don't hit checkpoints. Checkpoints basically keep track of your position over time if you hit them, but I didn't hit any of them, so I just had to restart the level from the beginning. So that happens on a lot of levels because since you do a lot of skips on this game,
yeah, you don't hit many checkpoints.
Yeah, I crashed again. That's too bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the thing with this game is that even like if you like sometimes you hit a wall, just straight up hit a wall, you can sometimes recover it even if you kind of go like really far from the direction you're supposed to go. You can usually like recover.
Yeah.
Although I think you lose a lot of like.
Yeah, you lose a lot of time, but you can still recover.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
It's basically more convenient to recover than just resetting.
Also because you do skip a lot of checkpoints.
Yeah. There is basically a skip for each track on this game. And each level has more than 5 or 6 skips at least. So yeah, you need to be careful when you're taking routes, and you just need to be careful.
Oh, and if you're wondering where the limits of the map are, you can basically land on any surface that
yeah,
is
you
within.
basically can land on any surface and not only on the intended road.
Yeah.
Any surface is viable if it's still a plane. If it's a bit irregular, you can still ride it, but well, it could lead you to an explosion, and this is the 5th level done. Finally. Okay, so this is Abyss, the 6th level of the main campaign. It's a bit dark because you're getting closer to the virus every sector. Oh god, let me do it again. Okay, I need to pass there. Okay, okay, perfect. So right now I'm going straight to another hidden teleporter here. That will basically spawn me a bit further. Okay. So I'm taking this route because there is a trigger ahead that I need to activate, and I'll explain to you what it does precisely. Okay, this is the drag trigger. It basically modifies the way your car interacts with gravity. It basically modifies your speed and your rolling speed of your car. In this case, it just augmented a bit the speed, even if you don't notice it. But if you look closely on the display of the car, you can clearly see that the speed bar is clearly higher than before. So about the display, I don't know if you did notice, but there is also a compass that indicates where the end zone is. So that's really useful when you're making up routes for levels. So this is another level where you just need to be careful about doing skips, because you don't hit any checkpoints before hitting an hidden teleporter. And this teleporter in particular is one of the most hated by the community, because it's basically hard to take, and I'll show you to you in a while. Let me just get there. Right now I'm doing some routing, just passing on a different route that the intended one. Okay. Let's hope everything goes right. Okay. So now I'm gonna land here slowly and jump. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna land on the roof on this roof. I'm gonna leave a bit my boost so I can do it safely. Okay, I just hit a checkpoint and did this teleporter skip. That was really, I mean, for me it's kinda easy, but for a lot of people it's kinda hard. Oh, that's so. Oh. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, for a lot of people it's kinda hard because the top of the roof of that small tunnel is rideable, but the floor is not, because there is an irregular surface and your car could explode in any moment. So this is the 7th level down. This is isolation, the 8th level. Getting closer and closer to the archaic. Okay, this is another hidden teleporter. There are a lot of hidden teleporters, as I said, on this game. Just need to make sure I get them all. So, in a moment I will take another hidden teleporter, but this one will be a bit particular because the teleporter is suspended in air, but you will spawn on a road. So, since this game is built in Unity, a lot of weird stuff could happen, like your car stuck on the road, or just your car taking strange roads. And right now it just went fine. I just needed to pass under the road because I just took a faster route than the intended one. So that's basically I was gonna go there. So it just went fine, but sometimes Unity could just punish you. Could just punish you with your car getting stuck or just exploding without a reason, an apparent reason. So, getting to the end zone here. I'm just taking all the available alternative routes, all the known skips in this game for the moment. Okay, next up we have Repulsion. So, since the first part of the level is not really interesting, I just want to mention that this game is a spiritual successor to Nitronic Crash. I don't know if any of you know it, but Nitronic Crash was a school project developed by Digipan Studio. And he had a lot of success because it was a really innovative racing game. It has basically all the mechanics Descent has, and Descent is just oops, just crashed there. Let me get there again. Okay, this is just the spiritual successor to Nitronic Crash. It's just the refined product of Nitronic Crash. Okay, so here comes the interesting part of the level. I'm gonna... Oh, didn't land there. I can still recover it. Yeah. Nice. Okay, this is in the teleporter, but the...
Ooh,
that
unfortunate.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, yeah. Okay, I can still get there, no problem.
Yeah, the landings are a pretty important part
yeah,
of the game. If you don't get landings right, you can just end up dying.
Yeah, or you could just end up your car exploding because you need to do them precise. Oops. You need to do them precise and also you need to do them precise and time it with a cooldown bar of the car. If you don't land correctly on the right moment, you could just end up exploding, and you don't want that to happen because boosting is the main mechanic of this game. You need to boost for the entire level, basically. Okay, so compression. I lost the count of which level number it is. Oh, okay.
All good.
I still recovered it. Nice. Okay. That was a small intended path that devs put there. Okay. Perfect. So, right ahead there will be another hidden teleporter. It's just an hidden teleporter. And yeah, on the next part there is something particular. There are hexagons you need to land on this level. Those hexagons will give you speed, basically, because there are drag triggers, the one as I explained before, and also force zones that will push you a little further. And yeah, I basically landed on all of them, and I should be a bit faster. Oh, that was
close.
That was close. Yeah.
You hit it more in the middle. I think you would have just died.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the first unskippable cutscene of the game. I forgot to mention about on all the previous levels, I was just taking alternative routes, also to skip a lot of cutscenes in this game. So this is the first one you can skip because it is an hard trigger, and even passing around it, it will just make you lose time. So yeah, I'm almost done with this level. Just let me get there. Right up, there are some compressors and some rollers. You don't want to land on rollers because they will make you slower. But right now I just need to land on rollers. What the? Okay.
Nice landing.
Yeah, that was quite sick. Okay. So next level, research. This one is a lot about consistency because there is just one skip here, and after this one, there aren't any other skips on this level. You just need to take tight lines and not messing up with obstacles like these ones. So lasers, all of those are obstacles that could mess up your car really bad. So basically on this level there's not really much to talk about. Just gonna take tight lines, avoid obstacles, and that's all for the moment. This is the only level where there are no major skips because each section of the entire level are separated from each other on a really big distance, and even if you try to go out of bounds, because it is possible to go out of bounds on a lot of levels, you just can't reach the other levels by saving time. So yeah, this level also lasts a bit, like 4 minutes, a little bit more if we're lucky, but apart from that, it's a quite boring level.
Yeah, it's pretty basic.
Pretty basic, yeah.
In that case, would you like me to read a donation or two?
Yeah.
All right, we have a donation in from Crispy. He donated $30 with the message.
Oh.
Good luck, Bryonak.
Thanks.
Try to finish Try to finish Ascension with a whole car.
Yeah.
And remember to obey the directive.
Yeah.
We've also got one from Worm. That is $10 donated with the comment, "Why does this car even have wheels?" Obvious, it does not need any wheels.
Yeah, this car needs wheels just to
say that it's a car.
Yeah. It's basically a flying machine. Yeah, by the way, Crispy is one of the devs of the game, and he did the last level before the actual last one, Ascension, and that's a pretty hard one. You'll see in a while. So thank you, Crispy, for donating. Okay. We're getting closer to the end of this level, don't worry. So, as you could probably see, every sector, the more we approach the archaic, the more the sectors are corrupted by nanomachines. Everything is quite messed up. So that will be the case for a lot of levels. For the remaining levels, sorry. Okay, getting there. Is the end zone. This is the klaxon. Research down. Perfect. Let's go with the next one. Okay. The next one is Contagion, and we have radius skip on the beginning of the level. Let's see if I can get it. So I basically go under the road because there is an upward slope. Oops, I have to restart there. Sorry. Okay, there is an upward slope after that straight, and that will basically lose make you lose time. So I'm just taking this road here because there is another hidden teleporter here, and I'm getting there. Okay, perfect. The skip went quite fine apart from the fact that I crashed. Okay, let's get there. So for now, I did all the levels quite fine, but if you go in the middle of a laser, your card gets cut, but you can still continue playing. And if you reach checkpoint, your car will regenerate. So well, lasers are pretty bad if you hit them. They could leave you with just 2 or even 1 wheel if you're not.
If you just like got hit like to the middle. I
Yeah,
guess.
if it okay. Right now, just skip the cutscene. There was a cutscene trigger behind, and I just skipped it by going a bit more up. Okay, so right now I'm not gonna take that teleporter because there is an hidden one in there. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, perfect. So as I said before, all those hidden teleporters limit a bit routing, actual routing, but it's still faster to take teleporters, so we just take them. We wanna go fast. Okay, perfect. We're almost to the end of the game. I think there are 4 levels left for this category. Yeah. Okay. Here's Overload. So there is another hidden teleporter here. I know you're a bit bored about hearing it, but it's the case for most of the levels. So there is a teleporter.
That was a really close call.
Yeah. So there is a teleporter here, but I just go here because there's an hidden one behind it. So I'm just gonna go here and land. Okay, perfect. That was a nice landing. Oops!
Ooh.
I went too close to the wall. Yeah. I
Oh,
was
luckily
going too tight.
Yeah. Luckily there was a checkpoint right before.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna not take the checkpoint. There are spikes falling there. I'm just ignoring them, and I'm going here, trying to skip those gears by going inside. And that was clean. Yeah. I often keep messing that up, but apparently I got it right this time. Okay, I'm gonna try a new skip I found recently. Nobody knows about. Oh! Oh, this is the first time I got it! Oh god! That was kinda...
Can you get there without dying?
Yeah, I can.
Alright,
That was nice.
Very nice.
This is the first time I got the skip. I never got it. I never got it on individual levels. And this is Overload down.
So yeah, basically in this game you can kind of like just cut your car a lot and still race, kind of like barely sometimes.
That was faster because saws are rotating, and if you hit them, they will just propel you ahead in the direction they're rotating. Yeah. So this is Ascension. This is the level Crispy was mentioning. Okay, this is the first time we will see the Archaic on this cutscene. This is an unskippable cutscene. This is the virus that's taking over the array, the whole structure around the Earth. So here we go. Let's try to do this. This is a kind of difficult level. It doesn't have teleporters, but it has a really difficult skip routes. So I'm gonna land in this tunnel, this hidden tunnel. This is a really tight one, so I just need to not mess this up. I'm not gonna hit any checkpoints until the final part of the level, so I just hope I get this right without crashing. I didn't get cut there. That's really good. That's really good, yeah. Okay, I'm getting there. There's another hidden tunnel. Let's go here. I'm gonna land there. Nice. That was nice, quite precise landing.
Yeah, those landings are pretty hard.
Okay, so I'm gonna land here. Perfect. That was kinda nice. Okay, on this level, you did notice that there is an air current going upwards. If you this is a fourth zone basically, the one I explained on the hexagons on compression. Fourth zones, it's just better to exploit fourth zones to go faster. And in that case, I just left the road to help the fourth zone push me up, and so getting on the end faster. So this is almost the end of the level. In a while there will be a dropper. There is a moving obstacle that will drop ahead of you in just a while, but it's kinda easy to avoid. Okay, ascension done. I didn't crash on that level. That was kinda nice. Okay, this is the last level. Except for credits. Credits is also level. So on this level you're facing the archaic, the virus that is contaminating the array and is willing to contaminate Earth. But there are 3 triggers you need to activate to get teleported to different parts of this level. But since we like to skip this game, there is a way to just trigger the last needed
cutscene.
Not cutscene.
Sorry.
The last needed part of the level you need to go. So I'm just going behind to trigger the third cutscene that will teleport me to the last part of the level and to kill the virus fast. And I just got it. That is kinda easy to get, actually. You just need to go on those walls and get everything clean. Okay. Okay, so on the other parts of the level, there is basically this core that you need to destroy, but in order to get teleported back to Earth to retrieve all the information you gained on the virus, you just need to trigger that one. And this is the virus gone. We're almost done. The teleporter just opened, so I can get there. Okay, this is the final cutscene of the almost last level. There is also credits on this game as a playable level, and there is also a skip there, so you're gonna see in a while. Perfect. Okay, on this last section there is no skip actually. It's just going on this road because there is just there is a trigger that makes you go really slow. So cutting this whole part of road is just not useful or advantageous in any way. So we're just getting to the last part of this category and this campaign. Except for credits, as I said already. Okay, so this is still not the end of the game. I'm gonna be there in a while. Okay, so here we go with the credits level in just a while. Okay, so basically devs implemented credits in a playable level, but so you still have all the mechanics you can exploit on this game. So basically I'm just gonna go ahead of those credits, and I'm gonna do a skip in a while. Okay, I'm gonna still go up here. Okay, I'm just gonna break here. Okay, I'm just gonna pass around the trigger that will teleport me to another section of the level, and there is an end zone here. So I'm gonna go here and time. So this category is pretty short if you speedrun it, but it lasts something like 1 hour. It's done first try when you just bought the game. So this is, yeah, I'm gonna run the next campaign. Just wait a moment. Oops, nope. Was quitting the game. Sorry. Okay. I deactivated the campaign plus cheat that allowed me to use all the abilities of the car from the beginning, because on the next category, Lost Vehicles, that is basically taking place in the Nitronic Crash universe. You don't have wings. You just can't use wings because other level forbids you to use them. So I'm gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. So this, as I said, takes place in the Nitronic Crash universe in a distant future. It's basically the same levels, but how they changed in time. So this is basically abandoned utopia from Nitronic Crash, named Forgotten Utopia on this one. So yeah, as I said, you don't have wings, so you just have to do everything with your thrusters. So every skip becomes more difficult because you can't gain height with wings easily as you did with wings. So yeah, you need to do precise landings with just your thrusters only. Oops, that was really bad. I didn't hit any checkpoints, so I have to restart from there. That's fine though. Could happen. Also this, those levels, the first 3 levels, are totally open. There are no kill grids blocking your path, so you just can ride all the buildings you can to make your route faster. At least on the first 3 levels. So there's really not much to say about this first level. And the next one too. Next one is a bit harder because you're jumping from building to building really often. Okay. So this is Deeper Void. Deep into the void in Electronic Rush. So as I said, there is not much to say about it. So if you wanna read one donation or two, it's fine. If there are any, obviously. Okay.
Sadly, there are no donations right now, but I could talk about one of our partners, the city of Vecqua, that we are in right now. It's a beautiful city to live in, and it is one of the most prominent IT clusters of Sweden. And thank you for having us, the city of Vecqua.
Okay. As I was saying before, this level, you just land on buildings and just jump after it, because the route is almost basically all in midair. Okay, this almost done. Here we go, and this is the second level done. Okay, next one is similar to the first two levels, but it has a particular skip that isn't in any other levels of this category. So let me get there. Perfect. Oh, okay, that was just in time. That trick is a bit hard because you need to land it just when the trick countdown is running up. So it is fundamental to manage timings there. Oh god, there was a really black obstacle there. Oops. Okay, I'm still for it. Let me get there. Perfect.
Nice.
That was nice. Yeah. Okay, right now I'm just gonna jump here, and this is the skip I was talking earlier. I need to use all my boost bar to get there because the building is really far. So I'm gonna land a trick there and just continue like normal. Here we go. This is the ending of the level. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. So on this next level, it's pretty much like the other three levels, but there is a particular thing in the last section of the level. I'm gonna show you to you in a while. Okay, glad I'm. Oh, I cut my car there. That's really bad. I need to land to some checkpoints. I think I can still ride with the car cut like this. Let me check. It's a bit hard because
yeah, it's much harder to control when the car is cut, obviously.
I can hit that checkpoint there maybe to continue my run. Let me check. Just go. I never took that checkpoint.
Nice improvisation.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just went back to my intended route. Okay, and just gonna land there. Nice. Oh no, there too. Perfect. Nice. Okay. So in a while, there is another cutscene that will trigger a drastic change in the level. So basically, the core of this world is getting alive again, but I don't want it to get alive because I'm just gonna go here and skip the cutscene trigger. Okay, perfect. Ooh,
that was really close.
Oh,
I get okay.
Okay.
Very conveniently placed checkpoint right after the laser.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the 5th level down. Fourth level down, sorry.
Okay. If you have a second for a donation, please do let me know.
Sure.
Go now? Alright. Because we have another donation from Fazonium. giving
Oh.
$10 to say awesome campaign plus run, especially that clean run on Ascension and the saw boost.
Yeah. Thank you, Fate.
I'm still practicing credit card skip for future LTE runs,
Yeah.
so who better than the current world record holder to show me how? Good luck.
Yeah,
Card
Fate is one of the community guys that speedrun distance, as I do. And yeah, he mentioned one skip that I'm gonna do later. I hope I'm gonna get. That's one of the hardest skips in the game, basically. Okay, let me get there. Okay, this level has a lot of interesting skips because you just don't go on the main road. Ooh, that was kinda close. Yeah, you just don't go on the main road. And also this level is closed, so skipping is not easy because you could hit a wall in any moment. Okay, I'm gonna just go here. Let's hope I go there. Nice, that's good. Okay, so right now there are moving walls here. I'm just gonna try to land on them. Yeah, did it. I'm just going to take a bit of hate to gain time, ignoring the main path, obviously. And yeah, let me get up there too. Perfect. Okay, another cutscene skip here. The core was gonna get alive another time, but I don't care. Just want to skip that part. I wanna go fast. Okay. So here's where the fun part begins. At least I will try to make it fun. So on this level there is a bomb you can land on and get propelled by it, but it's kinda random. So I'm gonna land on it and try to get propelled ahead. Let me check if I can get it. That was bad. I'm gonna try with the other bombs available because that just sent me back. I'm gonna try with the last one. That's up there. Ah, okay. I'm just gonna take the normal road. As I said, that was quite random, and it's kind of difficult getting it on first try. And since you have limited bombs, you can't attempt it after you run out of them. I could also take the other bombs on the left side of the level, but I just decided to not go for it. Okay, this is where the core gets alive for the first time after all those cutscene skips. But with the bomb skip, oh, I got my car cut again. With the bomb skip, it was actually possible to skip that trigger if you went high enough on the level. But, well, too bad I didn't get it. Also, there is another way to exploit the bomb on the first part of the level. You basically land on it, but not upside down. Just land on it, and if you're lucky enough, the bomb will just propel you down, and down there is a kill grid. But since bombs propel you at a really fast speed, you go so fast that you defy game's physics, and you basically skip the kill grid. You basically skill the kill grid there, and you can go out of bounds after you've done that. But since it's a pretty random skip, even more random than the regular bomb skip, I just prefer to do the regular one, but I didn't get it too. So, okay, this is the most important part of the category. Here's where the credit card skip occurs. It's called like that because you basically intentionally cut your car in half to make it look like a credit card. To get out of bounds from a point where you couldn't get it, you couldn't get out of bounds by passing with the regular hitbox of the car. When the car gets cut, you basically. Oh, okay, let me concentrate. I need to get this.
Yeah.
I need to. Okay, this skip saves something like 40 seconds. Okay, that's good.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Okay, that's
very
pretty
good
good. I'm
looking.
gonna do it slowly because it's kind of difficult. Okay, so I get my car cut. So I'm gonna go here. There is a small hole here. Okay.
There you go. That was the ceiling that he
Yeah.
was supposed to go through.
Nice, that's a wall ride. Perfect. I'm gonna go near this kill zone here. Just land in time here.
Nice.
Okay, perfect. Okay, slowly gaining height. And just wait a moment. Fuck!
Ah.
That was really bad.
That was unfortunate. That was like the last thing
Yeah.
that he could have messed up.
I'm
I
gonna
believe.
attempt this once more. I'm gonna attempt it once more because I have time. So let me just go through it again. And then I'm gonna just take the armor out. Yeah, you basically needed to go on. Oh, that was pretty cool.
Is that enough?
I think it's enough. Let me check. Okay.
We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah, we'll find out. I hope it's enough. Oops, that was bad. Let me land on the land. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let me do this slowly. Nope. Oops. Okay, let me do that again. That was enough.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, perfect. So this level is called It Was Supposed to be perfect, but with all those out of bounds skip, it's not perfect at all. Okay. Landing, nice. Okay, let's get a bit more height. Okay, just a bit more.
Alright.
Nice. Okay, I just got here. This is near the last part of the level. Just need to brake a bit, get there. And this is the credit card skip done. This is one of the most difficult skips in the game. It was discovered by a guy named Omenai on the distance community, and I don't know how crazy it was to discover that. So shoutouts to him to discover that skip. So it took 3 minutes to complete the level, but if done correctly, this skip saves about 40 seconds, even more. So that was unfortunate that I didn't get the skip at first, but well, I
really
just
close from first try.
Yeah, that was really close. But
You
well.
actually messed up on, like, I guess the easier part, the later
Okay,
part.
so this is the last part of the game, the last level, Ecos, where the core tries. So I didn't explain something. This is basically an operating system. Neutronic City is an operating system, and the core is trying to replace the original operating system with a backup that is infected. So we're just since this car is the antivirus of this operating system, we're just gonna go through the last part of the level and try to avoid that from happening by. Oops, that was unfortunate. Those shards are RNG, so well, I just need to get through this. Okay, so as I was saying, we're just trying to go on the last part of the level to erase that backup. But erasing that backup will also mean erasing the whole operating system. So well, you will see in a while. Right now, I'm just thinking only necessary checkpoints. I'm just skip this one because that will slow me down a bit, slow down the game and slow me down, as I said. And just hitting the ones that will teleport me to the last part of the level. So I'm basically done. I just need to relax, wait a while for the last checkpoints to break. The run is gonna be over when the first loading to the main menu occurs, so it will take a while. Yeah, so right now I can do whatever I want because there is a cutscene trigger unavailable, so I can just do whatever I want. So I just deleted the whole operating system. That's a bit sad. Goodbye, Netronic City. And still not down. in a while. Ah, that was almost sub 60 minutes. That's unfortunate. And time. Okay. So this is distance. This is just the first two campaigns of the game. There was the devs already added another one, Nexus. It's pretty short, but the game also has a lot of sprint levels from both the devs and the community. There are a lot of workshop levels available done by the community. So shoutouts also to the community for creating all those awesome levels. Yeah, that's it. That's Distance.
Alright.
Thank you for watching.
Before you go, I've got 2 more donations. Sadly, I couldn't read them any earlier, but of course I can't interrupt that hype.
Yeah.
But we've got a donation from Anonymous giving $5 saying, "Good luck on the rest of the run. Get your credit card, Skip, and mind boost first try."
Okay.
And we've got Anuvin with $10 saying, "Nice run, Bryonak. Nice run."
Thanks. Okay. That's Distance. Thanks for watching.
Hello and welcome back to ESA. So you've just watched 2 speedruns of a game called Distance. I've never heard about that game before.
Me neither, but I gotta say, especially the second part, the 20-minute one, I really enjoyed watching it. like it had a real nice like artistic style to it. You know,
Yeah.
the music, the art.
Very stylish.
Yes,
It
and
has like Tron vibes, right?
yes,
Do
I
you
was gonna
agree?
say that.
Oh,
like,
okay.
like, I don't know how many people have seen Tron Legacy, but like it really gave me flashback to these moments when they were driving on the grid with the cars
yeah.
and stuff. It's
Yeah, I
it's,
know.
it's really good.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's a really cool game. You should check it out, maybe. You know, I
Yeah.
liked it.
I was
think
actually I'm thinking about playing it myself sometime.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Maybe I'll do that too. So cool. Well, I think we should talk about the upcoming Big Wars because we have
Yes.
time and we have some really cool goals that you could help us fulfill and make the speedruns even more interesting than they already are.
Exactly.
So, what do
And
we have?
Yeah, after the next game will be Sonic the Hedgehog, but after that one there's Mega Man 11, any percent, and you can bid. There's a bid war for voice acting language, and you can either choose English or Japanese. And right now English is leading with $17.20 over Japanese with $10.
Okay.
So if you want Japanese, you only need to donate $7.30 or something like that, and you get Japanese.
Which one would you choose?
I mean, it depends how the voice acting is. If one of them is extremely bad, I would choose that one. Otherwise, Japanese could sound funny.
I think Japanese is like the classic choice. I would do that. I would choose that one. And the last time I checked, it was leading. And I thought that's how it should be. But hey, there's probably some rebellious people out there that just like,
Maybe they
oh,
just want
no,
it
I don't
finally in
want that."
English. Like, okay, we heard Japanese for all these years. We want English now.
Yeah, true. That could be the thing. That could be it. Okay, and we also have Darkest Dungeon, boss percent Necromancer, which can be played blindfold if
Yes.
you donate enough. So how much do we need?
Only $200 more out of
Okay.
500, so we're 60% there already.
Oh wow!
And I mean, at this point, you gotta get the last 200.
Oh, yes.
You wanna see that blindfold.
You want to see that those two sections played like that. It's going to be amazing. Oh, I want to see that myself.
Exactly. And then later on during the night, I think around 1 a.m., we will have a Dungeon and Dragons.
Yes. Oh my.
A little mini campaign with Team Party Kill, and you get to name the characters.
There are like I think there are 5.
I think it's 5 players roughly.
5 players. Yes.
I don't know for sure, but
Some of our goal organizers, you can choose how they are going to be called in this
and they will
game.
be addressed by that name, and they have to address themselves by that name for the whole campaign.
You can have lots of fun with that.
Yeah. So
that's for sure.
you could actually combine names as well, because the top 4 or 5, I'm not sure how many characters, but the top picks obviously get taken. So if you get like references with the names to each other, then it gets really funny, I think.
Yeah, so you should go to the website and check that out, definitely. So, our next game, Sonic the Hedgehog
Yes.
06.
Yes.
It's so bad that it's actually good.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we are going to start watching it like
Exactly.
right now because we can't wait. It's going to be an MSG run, which is the mission select glitch. No mission select glitch.
Close enough.
Yeah. So we are going to go live right now and have fun because
Enjoy.
that's a fantastic